Through the air. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Good. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking
to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
On 1st down, Flowers. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was now in his 5th year at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on speed over parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sheridan. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Sheridan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore.
Injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flowers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Goodrich. And taken down just shy of the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 138 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On third down, Goodrich. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on here to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Powers through. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 70 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Sheridan able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little. Throwing on 1st down. Sheridan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens passing game, finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Benson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Off play action. Sheridan. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Flowers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to... Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go to this 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. That first down, that catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Second and 2, first down marker at the 8.
At the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Flowers. Caught on a slant. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the...
But to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive the last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this pass across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sheridan being chased out left.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there.